Good morning, friends, and welcome to another day of Youtober. Today, I wanted to share with you my planner or my bullet journal for October. So I don't start planning a new month without reading a little tarot spread for myself. So this is what my tarot cards look like for the month. It looked like we had some pretty exciting card pulls, to be honest. Death was present, I know that for sure, and the Magician. So it's going to be exciting. So for my cover page, I like to say that I am the bullet journaler for people who feel like they can't bullet journal because I cannot draw. I am not an artiste. I just kind of put things together as I go. I don't even really map much out. But for my cover page, I just wrote out October and I use stencils. I will link everything that I use to bullet journal down below for you because, again, I'm the bullet journaler for people who feel like they can't bullet journal. So I use a lot of cheaty things like stencils. So if I can find these specific stencils, I will link them down below for you. But I'm just stenciling in a couple of little ghosts on my main title page, and I just wrote October 2020. And then over on the other side, I just put a cute little quote with some pumpkin stenciling. And I want to say that it says, "I love fall most of all," which is absolutely true. I mean, come on, we're doing literally 31 days of videos for the month of October because October and fall, they are just everything. So I'm just filling that in, trying to make it cute. You know, I find that if you're not good at bullet journaling, one of the things that you can do is just try to like mess around with fonts, even if it's not perfect. I promise you, messing around with fonts a little bit, like even if they're not perfect, if they're a little sloppy, a little messy, the fact that you even add those details to make it a little more aesthetically pleasing, like it really does make a big difference, I promise. So even if you feel like it looks sloppy and messy, like it's chill. So I'm just decorating the border a little bit. I feel like my theme was very black orange, and then this other color looks very red. I mean, I think I did use red as well, but there's a brighter orange and a darker orange, red, and then black were the colors. So I'm just adding lines around the edge. See what I mean? Like, don't you feel like this just looks so much more aesthetic, even though it's literally the simplest doodles and I stenciled all the corners? Like, this is just, I'm just saying, super simple. So moving on to the next page, this is where I put my calendar spread. And I feel like this was pretty easy. I sort of mapped this out beforehand just to make sure I had enough spaces. I want to say I did all of the boxes as either 4x4s or 5x5s. My bullet journal, that if I can find it, I will link the exact journal I have down below, as well as any stickers that were on the front, because many of you do ask that. I have done a few bullet journal things in the past, not many, but see, this is me just kind of counting, and I want to say they're all 5x5 squares. So I'm just making that. This is actually the first time I've ever done a calendar like this. Usually I don't do big calendars because I use this planner in tandem with another planner that I have. And so I don't really find that I always need a big calendar, but I feel like for this month, I feel like I'm doing the most with Youtober that another calendar was certainly not going to hurt. So I went ahead and just added it in there anyways. And I honestly really like how it turned out. You know, I feel like there's something just nice about some clean boxes. And those of you that clicked on this video, I feel like you know what I'm talking about because you're probably somebody who likes planning or is interested. So now I'm just filling in the tops of the boxes with a little bit of my markers, and I'm just writing in the days of the week. Now, I want to say I started my planner with a Monday first. That's just how I prefer things. I am not a Sunday is the first day of the week kind of person. To me, Monday is the first day of the week, even though that's technically not true. So I'm just filling in all of the dates. And then for the actual October part, I also added in a few birthdays. I have my sister's birthday coming up and my mother-in-law's birthday is coming up. And I want to say there's a few other October birthdays I need to add, but I just added the ones right off the top that I could remember in the moment. But for the title of the calendar. I made the O in October a pumpkin, and I actually wish I had freehanded this. Like, no, I'm really not good at drawing, and so I do a lot of stenciling, but I feel like I could have drawn a better pumpkin here. And this is what I'm talking about with mixing the text. Now, I literally freehanded this whole thing. I did not pre-stencil this. I just kind of did what I thought would work. The lettering does get a little bigger. It starts out small and I accidentally made it get bigger, but that's what I mean. Like, see how nice that looks? And it's like, to me, one of the easiest ways you can make it look like you know what you're doing. And then on this side of my calendar, I just put a bunch of lines. And this is where I'm going to put my October wins, like good things that happen the month of October. And I might fill them all in, I might not, but I just wrote October wins over here. And this could be like a subscriber count going up, which is something I do celebrate. Every 1,000 milestone that we hit, I celebrate that. So, I mean, I celebrate every day, to be quite honest. I really am like in the flow of life versus the force of life right now. And it feels really good. But I do like to kind of write down those accomplishments and realize like what I've accomplished throughout just time, I guess. And this next page is something I've never done before either. And this is actually an October bucket list, or even kind of an autumn bucket list. I have not filled all of this in, and I didn't fill it all in this video, but basically, this is just things that I really want to do in the months of autumn. So for this, the one thing I did put down is I do want to read Midnight Sun cover to cover. That is something that I'm actually not buying the book until the 1st, which when you see this video, obviously it's after the 1st of October, but when I'm recording it, it's not. But for the 1st, I'm actually going to go buy it. I told myself that the 1st of October is like a me day. I'm probably going to vlog it. And that's something I'm going to do, is go pick myself up a copy of Midnight Sun, hoping that it's in stores, because Twilight was a huge part of my adolescence. So of course I have to read it. So that is the only thing I wrote in on the bucket list so far, is read Midnight Sun. And I'm sure I'm going to have a Harry Potter marathon in there, a Twilight marathon, you know, just fun things like that. Let me know if you want to see more on that in the future. I'm sure in the vlogs for YouTuber, I will talk about it, but just let me know down below if that's something that you're interested in. And then on this side, I did moods. I actually really don't like how this page turned out, and I would do it differently in the future, but I used a little leaf stencil for this. And basically I'm just going to color in a leaf. I didn't film it all either. I filmed a few of them, but I did not film it all. And basically I used a stencil to draw in a bunch of leaves, and I think I just would have tried to either do them all the same leaf, or I would have tried to make them a little more sporadic. I felt like they fit on the page really weird at the end, and I'm really hoping that when I color them in with the little key that I drew there on the side, I'm hoping that they will actually turn out a little bit better. Like I said, I was just really kind of disappointed with this page, and I wish I had kind of thought a little more outside the box, but you know what? That's okay. Some are wins and some are losses. And now I know that next year will do it a lot differently. So there it is, all done. And then moving on to the next page, I decided to kind of start my weekly layout, and I actually took some really big notes from KhloeNegrete here. She had a video that she did last year. I did watch it for inspiration to create mine, but last year during YouTuber, her planner video, I am someone that, like I said, I use this planner in tandem with another planner, and someday I'm going to do a video on productivity for y'all, because I am a big fan of planning. I have Virgo in my 10th house. I am like to the details, very organized, very type A personality. And I'm someone that I only do a top 5 every single day. Like every day I do 5 things that I want to get accomplished. And so that's all I really put in for this, is just like 5 little bullet points for each day to make sure I'm getting those things done. So really simple, short, sweet, cute, to the point. And that is everything for this planner video. I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope it gave you some inspiration, especially if you feel like me, like you're just not good at bullet journaling. I hope this gave you some confidence to go forward and actually try it out yourself. I will see you all tomorrow, 9 a.m. sharp Mountain Time, for another day of YouTuber. Love you so much. Bye.